Next on the podium are our vice presidents. Let us give them a hand of applause. Thank you and congratulations for availing yourself for the podium. I know you are ready to serve the comrades. Welcome to our debate. And before we kick off our debate, I would like to read for you some of the rules and regulations that are going to guide our debate. Number one, there will be no use of offensive or abusive language or directly attacking the opponent. Any aspirant found with the evidence of inciting supporters will be liable for disqualifications. Much respect and decorum is highly expected from all aspirants at the debate. All aspirants should at all times respect the panel. Welcome. Now, I'll give each one of you a minute to introduce herself. Sorry. Starting from the other side.
Good afternoon, comrades. Bundi Sharon is my name, commonly known as Shan, a 3.1 student taking Bachelor of Education Arts, combination mathematics business, and I am a focused leader, a focused comrade who is ready to serve her fellow comrades in the Vice President's office. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Wambura Waisahi Mary, a student taking Bachelor of Arts Education, specifically Math and Business, aspiring to become the Vice President. I do believe leaders don't become great by the power vested in them, but the ability to empower people. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Nibo Deborah Nyaboke, a third-year student taking Bachelors of Counseling Psychology, and I believe that real leaders listen, because when we listen is when we know how to lead. Thank you.
MKUOA. My name is Irene Mudeu, and I am a student here, a third-year student, and I'm studying Bachelor in Community Development, and I stand for good leadership. Thank you.
Good afternoon, comrades. Good afternoon, comrades. Yeah, I'm Awiti Valeria Doreen. Nyar Mwalimu is my last name. I'm a candidate in the Vice President docket. I believe in the spirit of yes we can. Because remember, I'm here for you, comrades, and we are here for each other. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry, you will bear with me. I have a flu, as I have a sore throat. I'm Samira Mukhtar, a third-year student pursuing education science, a combination of math, chemistry. I'm an aspirant of Vice President, and I believe in one thing that my mentor do say, leadership is a change. I promise I will make a change. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am Susan Wanza Wangoi. I'm an aspiring Vice President. I believe in being a good leader, you have to learn, you have to sit to their people, you have to talk to them and learn what they want. So in the Vice President doctorate, we learn about the student welfare. We want to do what you people want us to do. So feel free to talk to me, and I'm here for you. I'm here for the comrades. I'm here for you. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, comrades. Good afternoon. My name is Vena Kinyi, Mama Miradi, an outstanding leader, vivacious leader, vibrant one. I'm ready to serve all the comrades. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, comrades.
I go by the name Maureen Kirwa, and this time round we need fresh leadership through experience. I go by the slogan Mbele Pamoja. With this leadership, I know we are going to bring this institution to the next level. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for such a great introduction. Simwapigie makofi. I take this opportunity now to hand over to the panel to proceed with the debate.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate our potential aspirants for the docket of Vice Chairperson. At least they have all 9 of them complied to the submissions required of them by the Commission. And also for you availing all yourselves for the debate. So I will ask a question that will be answered by all aspirants, and I will give you 3 minutes to expound on the point. And kindly let us, if you have not understood the question, we are here to pardon the question so that at least you can answer according to what is expected. The first question is, being a vice president or a vice chairperson will be required to deputize the president in his absence. So how do you plan on creating a positive working relationship with the president while ensuring effective communication to represent the students?
Yeah, let me go straight to the answer. In that scenario, working together will bring justice, will bring transparency, and will bring equity. So by working together with the whole institution as comrades, they are going to air out their grievances, and I will be able to take it to the presidential seat, to the president, and we shall come up with the possible solutions to be able to come up with solutions so that we can be able to move this institution to the next level. Thank you.
Please pardon the question.
All right. Being a vice chairperson, the Constitution states it requires the vice chairperson to represent the chairperson in his absence. So how do you plan on creating a positive working relationship with the president while ensuring effective communication to represent the students?
The answer is just simple. Communication, consultation, and communicating to the president will be key.
Thank you for the question. I'd like to answer the question. So, what I will say, if you want to go far, you have to work together. But if you walk alone, you will go far. But when you work together, you will go further. So my response will be, I will create the good, effective communication when, like in our team, we will work together. You say unity is strength. But if I divide the group, how am I going to work together with the team? So if I join hands with the president, I will be able to know what the president has installed, what the comrades want as him as the president. What the comrades want is how we are going to fulfill for them. Thank you.
Pardon the question.
How do you plan on creating a positive working relationship with the president while ensuring effective communication to represent the students?
There is a saying that goes like this in Kiswahili, mkono moja akivunji chawa. So working together with the president will be effective. And the other thing is communication. Communicating with my chairman will be effective. Thank you.
I will go straight to answering your question. With me as a vice president, if I'm elected, in the first 1 month, I'll create a good rapport, and that is what I'm doing right now with various presidents, because obviously you can't work with whom you don't know. And since welfare is under my department, that is what I'll do first, because I'll be catering for the needs of everyone, not only comrades, but also the student council at large. So my major thing is to create a good rapport and communication.
Thank you for that question. As for me, when thank you for that question. As for me, when selected, I'll ensure that my main agenda is that I will ensure that we are unified, each department, and I'll work with the president to ensure that we are unified as a school, and that we are identifying students with innovation. Communication will be the key agenda in my leadership, and I will go far. Thank you.
Kindly let's maintain silence.
Thank you for the question. I believe in respecting people who are in power, and as you have said, I'm deputizing the chairperson. So if I'm able to respect my chairperson, it's easier for us to work together, and through proper consultative meetings we are able to share ideas together, and effective communication is clear if we respect each other in power, and through consultative meetings it's easy to work together.
As far as I'm concerned, I believe submitting the relevant, not that I deputize the president, I believe that submitting is the key. And me submitting to the president, I'll ensure that I communicate efficiently with the president, and the school welfare should be enhanced. Thank you.
I am a comrade who believes in negotiation. I am a comrade who believes in teamwork. And when we have team building activities with the president and the other council, we can be able to work together and present the grievances of the comrades to the relevant authorities. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your responses. Kindly the audience, let's give them time. To the next question, which will also be answered by each and every aspirant. According to the Constitution, in the roles of the Vice Chairperson, the Vice Chairperson should ensure all members of the association receive valuable and quality medical assistance from the university dispensary, and they should also appoint both hostel and the floor representatives. Now, how will you improve health and well-being for students in and outside Mount Kenya University?
Thank you for your question. About the health in the school, we do know that the school is a very publicly known school, and it should work hand in hand with the national government. And so I said I believe in negotiation. If we negotiate with the national government to present medicine to our clinic, we can as well get good facilities and health care for our association students. Also, for the ones who reside outside school, we do have an ambulance. How fast is it to respond to a student that is in Uganda? That's why I am the voice of the voiceless. I will speak for you, for us to get the ambulance and the facilities, so that if we cannot treat you here, you will be referred to the hospital. And that's why I also negotiated insurance cover for each and every student, so that if you cannot be treated in a school, you can be treated in any public hospital, as long as you are a student. Thank you.
In the health sector, I am towards upgrading the health sector so that we have diversification, so that when you go to the dispensary in the school, you only don't go there to be given painkillers and then you pay a lot of school fees. So I'll ensure there is relevant communication between my department and that of the health, so that the diverse medication are there and also learning.
Thank you for the question. I'm not here to condemn our healthcare system right now institution, but I'm here to praise because the existence of a medical facility in the school is an advantage to us, but it can be improved. And through proper talk with the medical stakeholders of the school and the levels of the students, of the dean of students, we can ensure that the clinic is well equipped with equipment and drugs that students, if they go to the clinic, they don't have to be told to go buy drugs outside. Through proper talks with medical stakeholders, we can ensure that our clinic is well equipped to cater for students. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. The Vice President, the reason why I'm here is because of student welfare and the other concerning student health and their food security. And the Vice President, I'm sure that the school clinic has free contraceptives and condoms. You don't know that
and goes straight to my answer. As a Vice President, since good healthcare is in my docket and in all my manifestos, you see our here. One of the things that I do also as a student under my knowledge concerns including research concerning those drugs. So I will ensure that drugs are there free to each and every program. And the government paying that will be provided there, and also I ensure that the same way my sister here said, that was one of my ideas too. CDs in hostels and in clinics, that is very key to have different health, like right now we have gonorrhea in place, we have that, and also in that health is not only physical but also mentally. So we do mental health to also have that. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I address a problem, we should know the problem. So, we know the nature of our school. Clinical, clinic, we know that there is no proper medicines, we know that. We do set for medical attentions outside. For me, I would say there is this emergency that occur. Like if a student gets outside the school, then the school card will have that person. First, I would suggest the person should be treated. Even if it's set medical attention from outside. If it's about that, there are other health issues concerning I don't want to talk about that agenda because my regional affairs would allow me. I mean, providing CDs and those things. I don't want to talk about it because my regional doesn't allow me. That's why I don't want to promise nothing or go ahead something. That's why I'm telling you I can't talk about that agendas because my religion won't allow me. In terms of hostel affairs, I rely on cleanliness because cleanliness is next to God, and then good relationship among the people who are living on the floors and appointing a good leaders for the floors. Thank you.
Thank you.
for the question. I would like to address about the constitution, the university clinic. First, when you enter the university clinic, you find there the registration. On the same line, you find the medical laboratory over there. Then on the next side is the triage where you are attended by the doctor who is present. Then after you are attended by the doctor, you are sent to get drugs. So as a vice president, what I will ensure is there is good relevant or there is good rapport between that medical lab where if you are sick, like when you are tested in a hospital, first before you are treated, you are requested, you give your blood, then if you have your condition, if you are supposed to give your stool or urine, I will ensure the medical laboratory of the university clinic is well equipped in line with the school administration. Then I will ensure that the drugs in the pharmacy in the school are well available for the students. Then, back to the manifestos, I will work hand in hand with the clubs. Here in school, we have Mkusa, we have Mkuzesa. Mkusa is for the next students and Mkusa is for the dental students. We are aware that Mkusa holds a drive where they call the medical camp each and every semester. If it is not available in the semester, it's available yearly. So I will ensure that the students will have a very good, they are able to read the information and on the particular information they are able to attend the medical care. Another thing I would also want to do is when the student gets sick of the school facility, I would love to have the section who is in charge of the school, the student and so if a student gets injured outside the school and he or she belongs to the Australian University, the university here presented inaweza kama walishi ganjo mgeni zimani or anywhere. It doesn't mean that you are a student of Kenya. So what I will do, I will ensure I work hand in hand with my team so for the betterment of the students. Thank you.
The second part of the question. How are we going to improve health and development of students in Australian University? About the hostels. It is the responsibility of the Vice Chairperson to appoint hostel and board representatives. Okay, as address the health sector. Firstly, I work hand in hand with my team. I will ensure that they connect the NHIF, the National Health Insurance Fund, comes to school, and everyone will get an NHIF fund. I think it's 500 shillings, the cheapest one. And with the NHIF, you can access any public hospital. Going to the school, I can appreciate they have limits there, but for someone like me, I am resistant for Panadol. Panadol is not a coming so, I will recommend they improve for the job. They're trying. I cannot say they're not doing anything. The school clinic, they're trying. But we, as the leaders, we're supposed to be elected. First, we have to have a relationship with the students so that they can give us maybe the medical issues that they're suffering from. For example, there's a student who has asthma. I have asthma. And asthma attacks mostly during the cold or if there is dust, those are allergies. So I will ensure the ambulance is ready anytime for any emergency. About the floor representative, as I'm doing my complaints, I'm walking through the hostels and I'm creating a good relationship with the people. So when I create a good relationship with them, it is easy for me to choose or elect a floor representative for security purposes. Thank you.
That question about health, what health-related matters, I will ensure that I am able to liaise with the institution management to ensure that they employ more medical practitioners to ensure that they are able to cater for the medical and also to ensure that the well-being of the comrades. And also, I will make sure that the equipment are reliable and are there. So on the question about floor representation, I will ensure that there is a conducive environment for each and every individual, and automatically we shall move on.
Thank you. My name is Commissioner Jared, and I'll be asking Susan Wanja one question. So, as you're aware, we have clubs. How are you going to empower clubs? Because you mentioned it in your manifesto. And currently, which clubs are you in?
I am a peer counselor, first of all. And in my manifesto, my first agenda is mental health awareness. So, for this to be done, mental health awareness, I know being a peer counselor, we encounter students in our office who are going through depression, and we don't know how to help them. Those are the only students who show up for the counseling session. What about the others who are going through a lot? What about the other students who don't have? You know, prevention is better than cure, sindio? So kama huyo mmoja amejitokeza after amefikiwa, what about the others who are going through a lot and they can't talk about it? This will be as true as we have been, the school has been holding training sessions for the peer counselors, and those trained peer counselors, they will have as me as their vice president, being from their club. I'll be able to get interjecting with all these students. If they are passing through something, we'll be able to talk to someone one-on-one, and utapata hiyo chance ya kumuongelesha kenye yeye anapitia. And furthermore, I'll also add on to my mental health awareness. Kutakuwa na hizi mentorship programs where these students kama wanapitia kitu, kama kuna kuja hiyo mentorship programs in between the semester, most likely once or twice a month, watakuwa na hiyo chance ya kupatana na hao motivation speakers wa kuongelesha, wa motivational talks, and utaweza kama you are going through something, you'll be able to have that time to talk about what you are going through. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
My question will go to Mary Wambura. According to your manifesto, you'll be looking at gender equality, where you will initiate Usawa project that will empower both gents and ladies. But you continue to state that you mainly empower ladies. So we wanted to know, how will you ensure that there will be gender equality and inclusion for all students?
Okay, by me initiating the Usawa project, that project is the one that will help me, that project is the one that will help me what?
Should I repeat the question? On your manifesto on gender equity, you've stated that you will initiate Usawa project that will empower both gents and ladies. Then you said that you will mainly empower ladies. So my question is, how will you ensure that there is gender equality and inclusion for all students?
Okay, in that Usawa project, how I will ensure there is equality mostly through ladies is by empowering them to fight for even these bigger seats, the president, the financial. As you can see, you only have the ladies in the vice president dockets. Why? Because they have not been empowered. They have not been given, they have not been empowered and talked to so that they can know they have the potential to also stand for the other seats. Yes.
Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Sharon Bundi. In your manifesto, you mentioned about the women chapter to empower ladies. How about the boy child?
Thank you. I do believe that if we empower ladies here in MKU, tutaacha kwenda kudate KU. Si ni ukweli? You will get empowered ladies here. You will get wife materials, not girlfriends. You will marry from your own campus.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Silence, please. Silence, please. My next question will go to Deborah Nyaboke. One of your manifesto or agenda as a vice chairperson, you will look at gender empowerment. What does gender empowerment mean to you?
Gender empowerment to me means empowering of both genders without discrimination, without uplifting one and leaving the other one. That's what I mean by gender empowerment. And by that, I aim at introducing 2 different programs for both genders. For the men, because in our society, we have really focused on the girl child, and forgotten that we also have men in the society, where we expect our ladies to be married to them. And I want to create a program called the Men's Breakfast or the Men's Conference, where men in the institution or our male gender in the institution, like we have ladies forums, we can also have forums for the men, where we get alumni from our institution or great men we know from different sectors in our country, to empower these same men, where we teach them how to express themselves, how to express their emotions. Because if we don't talk to these men, who will talk to them? And we expect them to live to our expectations. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question goes to Maureen Kirwa. You mentioned guidance in your manifesto. How will you improve guidance for students?
Yeah, I will ensure that there are more mentoring programs to ensure that all the comrades are being able to be mentored through different organizations.
My question will go to Samira. In your manifesto, you've mentioned that you will invest in infrastructure in the campus. What do you want to improve?
I want to improve the nature of the hostels, the food they are eating, cleanliness, and communication among them. That's all.
Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Irene Mudeu. You mentioned you'll create jobs for students. How will you provide them?
Yeah, thank you for the question. We are all aware that in this school there are jobs that are available but they're not enough. Si kuna kazi mtu anaweza enda huko library wapange vitabu, si ndio? Ama si kuna kazi ya ushering. Yeah, so I will work with the employment team to ensure that CC students will have jobs in and off campus. I will work with them. Thank you.
My question will go to Awiti Valeria. You have a number of programs to launch according to your manifesto. There will be Nyar Mwalimu Help Initiative, Wanawake Bomba. There will be Okwa Boy Child Program and Kuza Talanta or Renua Comrades. Which are the 2 programs that you will prioritize?
Thank you so much for the question. I'm planning that I'll prioritize with Nyar Mwalimu initiative. It is an initiative that will entail all of the initiative at once, meaning as we'll be launching the Okoa Boy Child, we'll be launching the Okoa Girl Child. And in my first 3 months in the reign, I think I'll be able to do all of them and launch them. And with Kuza Talanta, I thank the current president, the sitting president. He gave us a good kind of chapter to continue. Here I'll continue with the Mkusa words, though I won't make it like a Mkusa word. I'll be nurturing the ladies
who are here. Remember, there are those who can do a straight talk. There are those who can model. There are those who can sing well. So I'll also major on those. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Veina Akinyi. How will you enhance unity?
Thank you very much. I believe in Mount Kenya, there is no Kikuyu, there is no Luya, there is no Luo. We are all Mount Kenya students. And when the only purpose we came here to school was to learn. And if I'm elected, the next vice president, the door will be open to anyone, despite where you're coming from, despite your religion, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Hindu, or you are worshipping the cult, I don't care. That's what I will do. And the next thing, I'll be associating with the students themselves. If I associate with the students, there will be unity between the two of us. Hata kuwa niogopa ati, oh nimeva blazer, niko huko juu, no. We are all equal. Thank you.
Mary Wamburi, you have stated that you will ensure students with disabilities get their own field to participate in sporting activities. Why and how will you achieve this?
Okay, thanks for the question. I believe by interaction with the sports minister, he will show me the go about on how we are to deal with that. When we see our students with disability, they don't have a field, and obviously most of them, they desire to participate in this sports activity. So me, I'll advocate for them to have a field, and I will work with the office of the sports minister. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question goes to Susan Wanja. You mentioned hygiene and sanitation. How will you improve that in Mount Kenya University?
Thank you for the question. What I'll address about hygiene and sanitation. First of all, when you go to the hostels, what was the first thing that you see? The first thing that you see, the floors are being cleaned, Cindy. And have you gone to the kitchens themselves? The kitchen are well prepared, Cindy. What I'll do, I can't promise heaven, I can't deliver. What I will do is just improving their ways of living, the hostels themselves, the conditions here in the school. That's all I can do. Thank you.
Deborah Nyaboke, you stated that you'll improve catering and accommodation services. Which are some of these services that will improve?
Thank you. When I talk about catering and accommodation services, I'm talking about our hostels, our internal residents. For the hostels, I want to ensure that there is proper renovation, because you can't go into the ladies' hostel, and in our institution you don't have rules where no males or no females can't enter the hostels, and you go and you're finding ladies in the showers, and boys are allowed to enter in the hostels, meaning we don't have doors kwa their bathrooms. So proper renovation, that's what I'm talking about. We also have cabinets in the hostels where students are able to put their items in order. I'm also focusing on improvement or fumigation when we are going home, because when I was doing rounds around the hostels, you're getting people saying that they have bed bugs, and bed bugs, it's a menace that can be solved by proper fumigation when we go home, because sometimes the chemicals can affect the students. Yeah, that's what I'm focusing on.
Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Sharon Bundi. You mentioned smart boards. What are they, and why do students in Mount Kenya University need them?
As we are all aware, the school is embarking on technological advancement, and that is why right now we have e-learning. So if we can move to e-voting, why can't we move to e-learning? You find that some practical subjects need actual, like nionyeshe, Indo Excel. indo spreadsheet hivyo ndo inakaa, but all we have is dirty smart boards, dirty whiteboards. If we introduce the smart board, the medical students will be able to know that this is how the heart looks like before you take us to the morgue to show us the hearts. Also, we do have lecturers who tell us to do instant research in class. Comrade ameinama siku mbili, comrade hajakuwa online until aende internet zone, sindo? Why do you tell me to download it instant? If we do have Wi-Fi in class, hakutakuwa na hiyo shida. We do learn very smart and very calmly bila kusumbuliwa. Thank you.
Samira, one of your manifesto, you will focus on mental health. We know mental health issues is a very vital factor when it comes to youths. So how will you create awareness on important programs addressing issues such as mental health?
Thank you so much. I think that question is the right question for me to answer in this debate. Mental breakdown. I was a victim of a mental breakdown last semester. I feel so emotional talking about mental breakdown.
Kindly let's maintain order. Let's allow the aspirant to speak. Thank you.
It happened to me. It happened that many people will approach me with their problem, and maybe I will do 1 or 3 about it, and the problem gets solved. But I wished someone will sit down and will listen to me, but it never happened. That is why I don't want anybody else to be a victim of that. Stress has showed me its result. I had health issues just related to stress. What I will say is that, in fact, I was among the 03 plus program last year. What I will say is that anyone having an issue, the smallest one, in fact, the smallest one is the one that leads to the bigger one. So don't even come to my office. Come knocking on my door. I just live around the school. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being kind to share with us your experience. Mental health advocacy is very important, and Wanja said she's a peer counselor, and that's very important. So we have peer counseling departments around school, so if anybody is having a challenge, they should be able to approach the counseling department or even the students' council to go there. Yeah. Sorry, I'm hearing I'm not audible. I'm saying she was kind enough to share her experience, and it's very important for us to be advocating for matters that pertain with mental health. Yeah. So we have a counseling department in school. You should be able to reach out. You can reach out to your class rep or go to any of the students' council leaders. The next question goes to Maureen Kirwa. You mentioned you will empower students. How will you do this?
Yeah, to that question, I will empower students by ensuring that there are more mentorship programs that will help the students to come up with different solutions to the problems they are facing and make sure they live a dignified life. Thank you.
Okay, to Valeria Awiti, you will champion for free gym structure for all comrades. You've stated that all comrades who are gym lovers shall therefore get the gym services free of charge. So we want to know why and how will you push for free gym membership?
Thank you so much for the question. The gym services are there because of the maintenance of the resources that are being used inside there. So as long as we as students, we are being trained on how to use the infrastructure as well, and the resources that are inside the gym well, then there will be, yes, there will be need for maintenance, but at least the cost will be kinda reduced. So these will ally us with the administration that is, and we see on how we can educate the students, because for example, right now we have first years in school, not all of them know how to use the resources that are there in the gym. So at least if we have somebody to take them through, we'll be minimizing the blockages, and then after that we'll be minimizing the cost. Hence, there will be free gym infrastructures, and even if they are not free, the cost of the gym structures will be reduced to a price which a comrade can afford. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question goes to Irene Mudeu. You mentioned a better diet in your manifesto. What is the best diet?
The best diet is a balanced diet. And as for me, when elected, I'll ensure that I enable people with, I'll create spaces where people, individuals and groups can bring assistance, food assistance. And I'm quite confident with that because I have those individuals and they're willing to help students who have needs because kuna kuinama sindio. And we have students who live outside hostelsi huku ndani pia, but pia huku ndani I'll ensure that we have more fruits, a balanced diet. We have to be fit, sindio. Ama mnasema aje, comrades? Yeah, thank you.
The last question goes to Vena Kinyi. So you mentioned there are some issues you'd want to be addressed for the students to the administration. Which are some of these issues and how would you address them?
Pardon, please?
You mentioned you have some issues that you would want the administration to address. What are some of the issues that affect the students and how will you work on them?
Okay, I asked myself this question. Why is the academic minister office is next to the vice president office? Does anyone knows the answer? No one? Okay. I will tell you. I'm supposed to deal with the welfare of the students, and the welfare of the students, sio peke yake about the food and everything, also dealing with the academics.
And some of you here are dealing with missing marks. For example, me, I'm dealing with the missing mark of communication skills when I was in 1.1. Yes, I approached the lecturer and the lecturer told me to go to the academic minister.
And the academic minister helped me. So, the main reason why I vied for that seat, it was because the academic minister is close to the vice president, and because the academic minister helped me, I wanted to use the relationship I have with the student through the academic minister so that he can help with the catering of the missing marks. Thank you.
Thank you. We have had questions from the panel. See, you have questions? Yeah, and kindly observe decorum. You only ask one question and in 1 minute time.
Yeah. Okay, my name is I'm Ondoi John. I have a question to all the aspirants. How will you ensure that PEP and PrEP are available in the facility to encounter rape and gender violence? Number two, the question is, how will you ensure that that PEP and PrEPs are available in the facility to encounter rape and gender violence? Number two, the issue of condom dispensers. This is according to the statistics that I conducted at Thika level 5, that 0.8% of students in Mount Kenya University weekly are affected by the HIV and AIDS, how will you ensure that the condom dispensers are there? Number 3. Number 3, the last one. Just a minute. Okay, the last person took last. The last question.
I said clear, it is one question. When I give him to give 3 questions, what about the rest? He has a privilege, he has asked 2 questions. They are going to answer all of them. Let them answer first and then I'll come to you. Maybe you can pardon your question.
The first question was, how will you address the issue? How will you ensure that PEP and PrEP are available in the facility to encounter rape and gender violence? The second question was the issue of condom dispensers. According to the statistics, 0.8% of Mount Kenya students are contacting HIV and AIDS on a weekly basis. How will you get to that?
Okay. Let's give them time to answer those questions.
Thank you very much for the question. As I said, when I was starting sitting here, I said I'm working with Maisha Youth. And as you know, Maisha Youth deals with HIV, rape, and the STIs and STDs. You know? You don't know? Okay, it's okay, I'll tell you. So one thing I will ensure, as myself, I work with the Maisha Youth, I will ensure they will be coming here on Fridays, because we're not only entertainment, but there is also the Attend for Maisha Youth, whereby if you have any issue, it is not easy for example, me, Nikuze have been raped, or you end up saying you have been raped. But if you go and talk to them, it is someone who is not in school. Mi si mtu mwenye ametoka shule, hapa hivi utakutana na yeye, useme niambie huyo mtu I was raped. No, it is someone from outside na atakusaidia. Thank you.
Yeah, on the second question, which he asked that, pardon? Yeah, I will ensure that there are more medical equipments are available, as I had said earlier. So condoms, obviously, they will be there.
Thank you, Dr. Ndoi. So I would like to address, in my manifesto, like I've tackled all the students' needs. I've talked about empowerment of clubs and societies. In our school, we have a club called Saif Club. Saif Club deals with gender-based violence, HIV, AIDS, and health education. Here, in our school, tukipata iyo knowledge, like I've said, I'll bring people who will empower our clubs. Indio, if we get that knowledge, kama for example, if I was the one who did the act, as a peer counselor first, huyo mtu kwanza ataenda atendiwe hapo. And kwa constitution, a vice chairperson akona ile mandate na hiyo uwezo ya kuweza kuongea na administration, ndo the drugs that are needed in the PEP, niyo mtu mwenye ukipata na hiyo issue unapewa first. If the person who had done the act to you, kwanza unapewa hiyo ndo.
May God forbid that to happen. I really don't want anyone to be raped or being violenced. I don't want. So we avoid the problem, and if it is attending the issue, unajua msichana hawezi kumkujia anyone amwambie I am raped. We are girls, we know that. But if it happens, please come to me.
I, as Awiti Valeria in the Vice President docket, I'll ensure that I'm in partnership with the Thika Level 5 and the hospitals around, so that, because when somebody is raped or when somebody is assaulted or when somebody is sodomized, you have 72 hours to secure yourself. So that means that even if the school won't provide that good health care that we have, us as students will have a chance to go to other institutions. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the question. Yeah, if elected, I'll ensure that I liaise with relevant organization and also the clinic to ensure that both the female ladies hostel and men's hostel, we have contraceptives and condoms installed there. And I advocate for a harassment-free zone in MKU, and I don't want anyone to face those conditions. So let's have a harassment-free zone in MKU. Thank you.
Thank you, Ndoi, for that question. In proper partnership and alliance with the Thika Ministry of Health, we will ensure that our university clinic is fully supplied and equipped with PrEP and PEP for the students. And for the matters concerning condoms, in alliance with the MKUSA, which is the Mount Kenya University Health Students Association, we can use them as a channel to help us in distributing of the condoms in all the toilets in the school, in the ladies' hostel, and in the men's hostel. Thank you.
In one of my manifestos, I said I advocate towards working with the Sec General to ensure that security is enhanced within Okay, I've said in one of my manifestos, I said I'll work with the Secretary General to ensure that security is enhanced within and outside the school premises, and through this security, the rape cases will be minimal, and just in case they happen, I will advocate in the dispensary so that there is enough medication to be responsible for this rape thing.
Unajua, kuna kitu inaitwa mwiba wa kujidunga. Wasichana unatembea je umevaa booty short huku una expect usirepiwe? So, listen, it all starts with civic education. If we educate each and every comrade on the measures to some of the threats, then we will avoid such, let me not say it, to avoid hizo vitu. About the PrEP and the PEP, this is a private institution, so it all starts with negotiation. Hiyo inabidi tumeongea na shule, and as my sister said, religion does not allow. So tukipata shule haiallow, we move on with it, we liaise with the national government, with the county government. Comrade wa MKU akifika pale amefanyiwa kitu kama hiyo, anashughulikiwa haraka sana. Thank you.
Let me now hear a question from the back here. Anyone at the back here?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ronnie, and I have a question to them. I have heard that all of them are speaking about one thing called health. But if you really come to understand about it, it's not about telling a comrade that once I am chosen, I will do this and this and this, if you yourself haven't gone through that issue yourself. So my question to them is very simple. Particularly for the ladies who live in the hostel, if somebody has an issue, particularly at night, how are you as a vice president able to respond to that particular type of situation? Or does it have to cost that type of girl to actually find means to go to hospital, and then you as a leader, you're able to come and hear the story the following day, and then the only response you actually give it to them is, you actually support them by word of mouth. So for you as a leader, if something ever happens to any person in this school, how will you actually contribute to that particular type of issue? Thank you.
Thank you, my brother, for the question. The reason as to why you measured it on the ladies' issues. Vice President akona nyumba huko ladies hostel. But what do? We select people with self-interest, anafika huko nyumba, anapeana comrade 2,000, anapata hiyo pesa. As the Vice President if elected there, I'll make sure if the school entrusts you to ladies, ndo maana wamekupea nyumba huko, I will reside there. If anything happens to ladies at night, I will act promptly. Nikuje hiyo room because that room is centered such that you can access any room. Msichana ukifikiwa na shida as the Vice President, I want to promise you ladies, nitaishi na nyinyi hapo. Kama
Thank you. Just like Shana said, the Vice President has a house yenye amepewa na shule pale, and living in the house that the school has provided to you, meaning you need to be available at all times to answer to those people, and through alliance with their floor representatives, ndio we will see what to do next when the issue arises. Yeah, thank you.
So if something, let me say, happens in block A room 6, I'm out. For those floor reps and hostel reps so that they can bring the information, and also I'll partner with the peer counseling department. Health is an important issue. Even if I'm not the Vice President, please come to me. And if I'm the Vice President, Alhamdulillah, I will be there. Come to me.
So, what I would like to address, the Constitution states that I, as the Vice President, I have a right to appoint floor representatives. The floor representatives have to give me information on what is happening. And if I reside in the ladies' hostel, I will have an access to information on what is going on in the hostels, and I will take immediate effect.
Thank you. Apart from me living in the hostels and appointing hostel floor representative, I also offer them training. I was in Red Cross when I was in high school, and I'm sure partnering with Maisha Youth, I can offer them free training for any emergency that will occur. Thank you.
Yeah, to ensure that if there is any emergency, I'm able to solve it in a good way, appropriate.
Okay. I'll take one question from one person living with disability.
Comrades, nyamaza kidogo. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Advocate Mika Lokorope Munyun, although I take education. I want to assume that when you'll be assuming those offices, you Madam VPs, everything that you do will be within Constitution, and it will be a solemn vow that you will do everything appropriately. Having said that, let me pose my question with attachment to the Chapter 2, Part G of the Mukusa Constitution. And the Part G says, you will ensure that, as a custodian of the Constitution, you will ensure that every student with or without disability will receive all the materials, documents that governs MKU in the form that they can read and understand well. So now my question is, what do you understand by that? And finally, because I'm a politician, answer this question truthfully and solemnly, not politically. Thank you.
Each aspirant will have 30 seconds to respond to that because of time. And if you're not comfortable with answering, it is not compulsory.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time, Mika. I know you very well. I know the materials for people living with disabilities are very expensive to some point, and I cannot give that budget to the school. Consultation will be given.
Thank you. The school has provided the student living with eye disability the materials they use in class. You can't bring something beyond that. So I'll just liaise with the administration and hear from them what they want. And if they want something, I'll just talk to the administration. Nitaongea na wao waniambie mnataka nini, then with their representative we talk to the administration and hear them out. Thank you.
We cannot question maumbile ya Mungu. The only thing I can do is help the person, even if I should finance the person from my pocket. With all the means, I will do it. I will do it for the person.
Thank you so much for the question. What I'll do as the vice president in that scenario, in my manifesto there is I'll campaign for the addition of brailles, and that will help those who cannot see, and those who cannot hear, I'll campaign for those who are trained to help in understanding. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We said that disability is not inability.
Kindly give her an hearing. Give her time.
Yeah, as I said, we said disability is not inability, and I know that we have the same opportunities, those without disabilities and those with disabilities, and I'm sure that we have equity with everyone here. Thank you.
You know, we cannot say that it is not something that we cannot put forward to the administration. It is something that can happen. And through proper negotiations, if it would be better if I, as a vice chairperson, chair or even push for the nomination of a person with disabilities in the council, because through them it is easier to facilitate the needs of the people with special needs, because they may not be comfortable to approach us, but if they have a representative, it will be easier for them, and through them we'll get proper cooperation. Thank you.
I second her. I'll also advocate for addition of the 8th seat of the people with disabilities, so that they get one of their own who will go and represent their situation.
For the few times I have worked with special needs students, during the peace conference, if you go through the video, I was singing with them. So these guys, I know what they are going through. I have been a part of them and I understand. So given what the school entails, that is the handbook and the student constitution. For the students with disability, the visually impaired, if they are forwarded for the handbooks and the constitution in form of PDF, I believe they have phones that can be interpreted into hearing. And for the hearing impairment, there should be a sign language interpreter of the school to interpret for them. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. It is ironical. These are the VPs and all of them are ladies. And I've not had a question from a lady. I want one lady to ask a question, at least 3 questions.
you so much. I was almost getting frustrated, but thank you for solving that. And my question is, first of all, I would like to commend you. I see potential in all of you, but at the same time, I'm saddened that 9 of you are only vying for 1 seat, and you're here telling us you're going to empower gender. Do you believe that you only can serve best in the VP seat? Why didn't you go for any other seat so that you can prove to us what you're telling us? Secondly, it's very sad to lose 8 more potential ladies. Personally, I was occupied because I serve in global space too. But I'm so saddened that you're interested in leadership. Can you promise us that you're going to change this? I don't want to see in the next Mkusa. MKU is a UN SDG champion for SDG number 10, reduce inequalities, and gender inequalities can be under reduced inequalities. So what are you telling us? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Rukia, for your question. Personally, answering the question why I decided to go for the Vice President token. By going through the Constitution of Mount Kenya University, it states that the Vice President is concerned with the students' welfare. And being a comrade here, I believe that I understand all what is entailed in the welfare, and I am here to serve comrades to cater for their welfare. I will empower a lady next year. There is someone who is interested in entertainment, someone is interested in sports. So if you are interested in those dockets, I will empower you to vie for them. Thank you.
Thank you. In my manifesto, I have a manifesto stated gender empowerment, and it is through proper forums, leadership forums and mentorship programs where we can be able to include our ladies and equip them with the proper skills to make them realize their potential. And I personally went for this seat because I have a soft spot for student welfare. I feel okay and comfortable when I know that my fellow students are in the right state of mind during their stay in the university. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good question. But as for me, as a community development student, this was the post that I wanted to go because it deals with student welfare. But next time with the coming government, I'll support a lady in any other post because the Constitution clearly states that the two that gender role that you know what it states. We will support ladies, and I hope that you will stand up. Because sijaona wengine wamesimama. There was a lady in the sports docket, but sijui mali alienda. We will support them.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sister Rukia, for the question. I'll answer you this way. As Awiti Valeria, in the manifestos there is mentorship programs. That is where I'll be mentoring both ladies and the gents to take part in various categories in leadership. And two, the VP's docket has been as Awiti, I went to the VP docket because it has been a dominant seat. So for me, I first solve a problem, and the problem here is that the VP's docket has been dormant. So I want to create it to be active first, then I'll empower other leaders so that from the VP's docket, they stand a chance to go to various other posts. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Rukia. When we go back to our community, we know that women are not allowed to be leaders. We know that, right? Only for the ones who are educated, who can fight for their rights.